So anyhow, it's getting back to this. So there's a point of interest right ahead of us that I saw yesterday. And again, the reason that I don't market a wreck right the first time, because there's a lot of things that could be happening on the sea floor. I'll give you an example. There's a shark down there eating a ray, okay? A stingray. He creates this giant mud pile, and you read it on your machine and it looks like it could potentially be a piece of structure, but it's not. It's just a feeding scenario that unfolded. Maybe it's a ball of bait that's sitting on the bottom that looks like a piece of reef or rubble, but it's not. It's just a natural scenario. But it was something that piqued my interest. But now I come over it again the next day from a different direction, and if it's still there,
then you verified
then you verified that that's a piece of bottom, right? And at that point is when I convert it into a wreck, and I'll put my boundary around it, you know, and designate it a piece of structure that I can then come back and fish, you know, at a different time. So we'll head right over, and it'll be interesting to see if this point that we marked yesterday was actually something, you know, or it was just an anomaly, so to speak.
All right.
And I do that too with the fish finder. This is really, really important. I've learned in my particular case that dual frequency with the Airmar, we're running an Airmar 599 low medium 3 kilowatt transducer, and it gives me just a fascinating picture. You'll notice that I have my gain pretty hot, Jeff.
Yeah.
I like to see a lot in the water.
Gain 70, yeah.
Exactly. And I have them synced. My low frequency, which right now is at 44 kilohertz, and the high is at 170 kilohertz. And they're pretty dialed in as far as offsets are concerned, and that's indicated by my gain being pretty even across the board. And what I've learned with that low frequency is I get far greater definition and target acquisition on the bottom and deep in the water column. However, with my high frequency, I'm seeing better target definition in mid-range depths and closer to the surface. So by having both of you simultaneously, I don't miss a thing.
Right.
Okay, I could see everything. And once again, I'm not only looking for wahoo, because, you know, there's a saying in fishing, you don't catch the fish you see, and you don't see the fish you catch. Wahoo could be anywhere. They could be there. They could be there. They could be there. Okay, so just because I do or don't read the fish doesn't mean I'm going to catch them or not. More importantly, I'm looking for the structure, and I'm looking for bait. If I can find bait, that's a great indication that the predators are not going to be far behind. So I'm constantly keeping an eye on my machine looking for bait, okay, looking for any signs of life. And look, we're starting to see a little bit of a target on the bottom there. We just went over that area,
right,
that point of interest. And while it seemed more predominant yesterday, there is something. There is a little something.
Right.
Now, not enough yet for me to go, that's worth me fishing.
Yeah.
But it's something. And you know what? Maybe I'll go over it again from a different angle, because there are occasions when you don't see a piece of bottom if you're headed in a particular direction. Look at that right there on the machine.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's bait, you think?
I don't know. I'm going to tell you what I do know.
You're going to mark it?
Absolutely. That's number one. And there's another tool that I'm using right here that's really beneficial, and that's called White Edge. Okay. So White Edge puts a very thin white line right across the bottom, and it follows that topography. It follows the composition of the bottom. If that were a hill, a natural hump, that white edge would follow across the top of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the composition of the bottom and the topography isn't changing. Okay, it's the same material. It's going to follow right over it. But if it's underneath it, like you see right there, that absolutely tells me that that's above the bottom. That's not a natural piece of bottom. So that right there is structure. Okay, and what I'll do then is just come in. I'll simply touch the screen wherever it is that I want it. Okay, you can designate. In this particular case, I'll put it right there, new point, designate it as a point of interest, and boom, now it's on my chart plotter. Okay, and I can simply, there it is, right there, right on my path, right on my track, on my trail, and I can come back and investigate it further later. You know, Jeff, we talked a lot about fish finders and settings and gain settings and auto mode. And the really nice thing about the Furuno TZtouchXL, you guys offer, a really intuitive, well-oiled machine when it comes to auto settings, right? The machine, I can simply scroll up, I can hit auto fishing, and it's taking a lot of different parameters into effect and giving me the best picture. And it's constantly calculating those different parameters, right? So I'm always able to see the best image. It's a great place to start, and it's a great place to be on is auto. However, if you want to further advance, your target acquisition, manual mode is a great feature, being able to simply scroll up, okay, go to manual gain, and now I have the ability to adjust my gain in high frequency and low frequency. I also have the ability to adjust my clutter, okay, which is really important. Okay, clutter eliminates noise that's created by other electronics on the boat, could be other electronics from other boats that are nearby. Okay, so having that ability to adjust that clutter, really beneficial. So it's really a combination of gain and clutter, right? And finding that sweet spot as to what best works for you. I like to run my gain a little hot. You'll see a lot of, I don't want to call it static, we'll call it snow. There's some specks on the screen, and those specks could be as minute as air bubbles or as a very small temperature change in the water. Okay, but I want to see that. I want my machine to be as sensitive as it could be. So I'll increase my gain until I see a little bit of fuzz, so to speak, on the screen. I could always bring it back down and reduce the heat if I wanted to. What's important to remember is that's not a set it and forget it type of scenario, meaning when I'm going into the current or with the current, my image will change. When I'm getting deeper or shallower, my returns will change. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that I can go in and make these minute changes in every condition, okay, and do it really easily. But at any time, I could swap back to auto fishing or even auto cruising.
Right.
A lot of guys like auto cruising. That gives you a great return as well. And then on top of that, you have these preset parameters, okay? And these offsets where you can go in even deeper. Once again, very simple, very intuitive. If at any time you need additional help, you simply refer to the e-guide that you guys offer right on your main menu. You can simply go right to that e-guide, type in exactly what it is that you would like to do, and wow, there it is at your fingertips. It's like,
so no need to try and find a manual. You actually have it built into the system itself.
The whole manual. It's Furuno University at your fingertips, right where you need it. It's even easier. I search for a topic and boom, it pops it up and shows me exactly where and how to make that adjustment.
Right.
And more importantly, what the results of that adjustment are going to be, right? Because that's where a lot of you guys out there are a little kind of, left on edge going, wait a minute, if I make this adjustment, what's going to happen? Well, now you know, okay? So it's really a useful tool. But getting back to it, a lot of nice features with the auto modes, as I mentioned, and then having that ability to go into manual gain. And it's the same with your preset frequencies on auto chirp, manual chirp. I can determine in advance what frequencies I want my transducer transmitting at, either in an auto mode where it's scanning the entire range, which typically gives me the best picture, or I can go into a manual mode and set the parameters myself. And once again, look, every fishery, every environment, every captain is different, right? If you asked 100 captains the best way to catch mutton snapper, you're gonna get 100 different answers,
right?
Okay, it's the same with the Furuno, so everyone has different needs, different requirements, and being able to fully customize your system for maximum return, man, what a benefit. Jeff, another really cool feature, okay? There are times when, particularly when we're bottom fishing, where we want to zoom into the bottom, right?
Sure.
However, there are other occasions when we're chasing pelagic fish, may it be wahoo, blackfin tuna, whatever it may be, where we want to see an enhanced image of a particular zone in the water column. So I can simply scroll up, okay, click mark zoom, And now I have this rectangular image, and anything in that zone is going to be zoomed in on the port side of my multifunction display. And I can simply move this zone wherever I would like it. So if I want to enhance the bottom view and really get a better picture of the bottom, obviously I can keep that zone right on the bottom. If I want to move that up near the surface, automatically it zones in that area. And of course I could adjust the parameters like with everything else with Furuno. I can adjust those parameters to customize that zone as narrow or as thick as I would like it. So great way, you know, different features. You can bottom lock, you can bottom zone, you know, zone in particular areas. Just more tools, you know, more tools that give me the power that I need to be as effective as possible out here. I'm telling you, Jeff, very, very few people really know how to maximize their equipment, okay? And this is not only pertaining to Furuno, but all brands, okay? It's not about particular brands. Most guys, they don't have an opportunity to spend as much time as we do out on the water, right?
Right.
So if you're a weekend warrior, if you're only fishing occasionally, you just don't have the same experience, the same time. You're not, you know, and generally they'll kind of like set it and forget it. And then they'll, I don't want to use the word complain, but then they'll be left disappointed that they're not getting the most out of their network. Well, you only get out of it what you put into it.
It's like a computer.
Of course, absolutely. So I encourage people, spend the time, you know, go out on the water with no rods. Don't go fishing, go boating, okay? Go look for birds with your bird mode on your radar without bringing a single rod. And you would be fascinated how much you learn, because now you're just zeroed in on this. In this particular case, once again, we have radar overlay, middle of the day, but look how far out I could see every single boat, where they're fishing. They're all up on the edge of the reef. There's a couple guys offshore there. There's some guys on some wrecks out in the distance. You know, one guy right up in front of us. Just tools, just information, you know, and I don't care who you are or what equipment you have, make the most of it. And if it's a Furuno TZtouchXL network, be sure to call me. You know, we're happy to help our members and viewers really dial in their system so they're able to get the most out of it. Because that's really what it's about. You know, it's not only about the network, it's about getting the most out of it.
Right.
You guys provide us with the best tools on the water. Without this equipment, we couldn't do what we do. But yet, the end user, of which there are a lot of them in a lot of different places, you can't provide that one-on-one personal training to everyone, right? No one can do that.
Right.
But now, with Furuno and Florida Keys Offshore Fishing Academy, we can do that. We can offer the individual user that one-on-one training, you know, that makes such a big difference. So check us out. We'll make it happen for you.